following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Better than stucco.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it sets like concrete.
I will remember that.
Gotta get some more of that crazy Vladclef toothpaste.
That stuff has more uses than competes.
Wow. It'd be a close thing. Luna comes back. Ah, welcome.
Got to hay again.
You have tracked me down in my office. Here, fistful of arrows.
Oh, thank you. Now I don't have to go by.
I didn't get your message until it was too late. I'm a busy, important woman.
Of course, I understand.
I'm sorry if you had to hang around with a Russian woman.
How did you know that?
It's my job to know.
It's your job to follow me?
I wasn't following you. But you draw attention.
I didn't bring my quiver. I'll just underarm.
Careful. Those are handmade.
I know.
Real stone-head arrows.
Being very delicate with them.
You know how hard it is to work stone?
I do not. But I would like to learn. Here, have this coffee. It is.
Walks over to Biff's mug.
Kind gesture.
Why have you come?
I seek help with a matter of a particular.
Is this a reporter thing or an Indian Wobo thing?
It is a reporter thing.
Oh, okay then. Hang on, let me change hats. Takes off headband, puts on trilby with press card in it.
I had hoped to make use of your resources in a way. There is a very important night meeting potentially happening.
A night meeting?
Yes.
Where all the great lords of the land will gather around in their armor, toast and eat wild boar, and then plan how they will exploit and rape the peasants?
That is actually quite close. A few details are different, but I had
Did you know of this how? What are your secrets?
I have some very powerful friends whom I cannot reveal.
You said reporter mode.
Well, of course. I will be very careful of what I say. Well, thank you for that very kind article, by the way.
I do not know what you mean. I just write the truth.
I have a small lead to work off of. I am not sure how to expand upon it, and I fear going to the city hall again. I would like to make it back before
You should
tonight.
stay away from that place. It is soulless and filled with whites.
It is a difficult maze to traverse.
They do it on purpose.
I know. I seek to know about opera houses, specifically abandoned ones.
Oh, the city once had a couple of very fine opera houses, all of which have fallen into disrepair, waiting for some grand philanthropist to come along. But they will not. The people do not need music, you see. Only the rich. And they can have that in their home. What particular opera houses were you looking for?
I know not the name, but I know that it bears the visage of the gods on the ceiling. Obviously the white man's gods.
Ah, Parthenon. They had many fine statues and sculptures within. It was considered quite prideful. Of course, there was no feeling in the statues. They were there to be looked at by white men. They had no purpose, no belief behind them. I think it got pulled down.
Really?
Or at least it was abandoned. There was a problem with its supervillain fight, cracked the foundations or something, and it was abandoned. I think they were going to put a football museum there. I'm not sure. I can mark it on your map.
Thank you. Most kind.
I think it is actually on the map. Let me keep talking. I'll just...
Well, what are your plans for today?
Work. Much work.
When you are free next, I would,
Carmon. It's in Carmon.
I would, very much like to hear more stories of the Damn, I've forgotten his name. Hawkseeker.
Oh, Hawkseeker. What a man he was. If you could live up to his manliness.
Watch out for that, if he seeks to learn of you. Many questions did he have on my last visit.
Good. He will be distracted with them.
Maybe you can get his stories or something.
I don't need to do that. We cover different things.
Yes, he covers the FUD problem last time, and you write stories of me.
Yes, I suppose I could use an improvement.
It was quite remarkable, actually. Even the Post had some slightly nice things to say about me. It made me think there was hope for them yet.
If you take a handful of arrow, cast them up into the air, one of them might land where you want it to.
I understand.
Most won't.
Well, at least there is some small hope. I'll be seeing you. I have...
This night meeting, this opera house thing, you be careful. Professionals like me should be dealing with this, not ordinaries. You should just stick to your FUD and your whatever you need those arrows for.
Of course I shall. Wink, wink.
Did you say wink, wink, or did you wink,
I said wink, wink this time.
You better go on about your day, dismissive gesture.
Of course, tips hat. I will leave.
Be along, slaps ass. I don't know where we've gone here, but this is where we're going.
That's where we're at. And now I'm off to batten down the hatches.
Oh, here, take this paper. Shove a paper into your hands as you leave.
Oh, thank you.
The latest issue.
Yeah, it's not their paper.
What's up? Why have you given me the Post?
You could take out the trash.
Well, the papers and the trash.
Jesus Saves by Lycus Selchuk. The coast of California was witness to a holy host in the night sky that cross-formed and blew aside the smog in the works of man, killing many presumed wicked people and sowing chaos in the works of man. Many mutants died in that instant. Confusion gave way to wonderment as a tall woman backed by radiant light directed people and rescued sailors of the United States Navy. Religious experts had declared the event a holy miracle, and the woman an angel of the Lord. Insurance companies are delighted to not have to pay, as officially the incident is now an act of God. Church attendance and mutant lynchings have increased as a result. With an image, proof of Jesus and God's hatred of mutants.
God hates mutants.
And Wanda's an angel now.
Library invaded by rowdy mob by P. Busman Smythe. The library on the corner of Kirby and Lawn is a soilus of literary people. And a haven for the vulgar hooting of modern society. But of course the rude youth of today have no respect even for that, and insisted on bursting in. Clomping around, barking terrorously at one another while jostling patrons about, shoving and bullying. There should be punishment for doing such. There's nothing sacred today. Library patrons should expect a degree of silence and peace no matter how many librarians have been found dead and how many police you feel need within the building.
Ooh. Local detective boy voted most desirable by Lana Spout.
Wait, what?
Have never met Alexander Hamilton Purcell, nor seen him, but I am reliably informed by high school thoughts that he is the most desirable man on the planet, in a poll conducted by high school girls for high school girls. Alexander Hamilton Purcell came in top for desired boyfriend material, his only black mark being his relationship status. Being in a deep committed relationship with Layla Brooke Holtz. Why is this newspaper worthy? Well, he's the determined man leading the charge to save the school, and was in the papers. That was in the past in the papers for several Detective Boy adventures. Most memorably, the time he was investigating the pedophile clown thing and got caught needing to be rescued by former girlfriend Jennifer Jenkins, who he left when she turned out to be a filthy mutant. Hopefully, he has the good sense to leave all of the many relationships he will have until after the school year. Rest in peace, anyone who was close to Jen when she reads that article.
I have made sure that fresh copies of this edition were delivered straight to Charlotte.
Of course, because they only give us the traumatic ones.
Oh no, they're all there. You guys just never pick them up.
I'm gonna die.
We're all going to die first.
Keep in mind, I have printed this before all the recent.
Oh crap! By Ethan Williams. Mutant crime is one of those things that you wish you could just go away. Not because mutants are any more crimey than people, but so that the crap won't blow up your listeners trying to apprehend a shoplifter. Adorable bazooka cop rightfully tackled the adolescent mutant criminal in the most rational way possible by approaching in a calm manner, performing an arrest. The mutant then tried to kill Bazooka Cop with deadly ice spikes. Bazooka Cop then responded reportedly by throwing a tear gas grenade into the shop and calling for backup. The mutant then tried to hold the shopkeeper hostage with a razor of ice, while Shoot King more deadly ice around. Bazooka Cop then withdrew and began hostage negotiation procedures. After 15 negotiations failed and the mutant became aggressive, the call was then made to try and take him out with a sniper bazooka. Sadly, the gas main had been cracked by the mutant, and the shop exploded. Oh crap!
Sniper bazooka. I also like that Shoot King is like a pretty sweet name for a villain.
Shoot King.
Or a hero.
I'm Shoot King, the world's greatest martial artist.
Yes.
More I shoot kings out of my eyes. That's not that ridiculous. You saw Watchmen, right? You remember Ozymandias, who was like the world's smartest man, and also he shot dogs out of his eyes?
I don't remember that last part.
You don't? Did you not watch the same movie we did? Probably not.
Was yours made
All
by
the evidence is there.
Was yours made by the Asylum?
No.
Oh.
Although I did like the Guardsman.
Gang war brought to an end by Power Core, Randall Randallson. It seemed like all the gangs in T-City were fighting this week. The cause, an instigator who was a mutant wanting to see the world burn. But it was surprisingly the Power Core who defeated the instigator, and thusly, without agitation, the gang slowly calmed down. Why did the Power Core do this? Expert masks psychoanalyst Pierre Crousson deduced that it was due to the sign of the cross shining in the sky, convincing them to change their ways, an effect which will be temporary, so soon they will forget the religious experience and turn back to evil like all wicked mutants. Oh, hey, cool.
Terry Crews escapes kidnappers by Jenna McDouglas. Old Spice body spray takes a regular smelling man and makes him smell like power! That's what kidnappers working for an evil supervillain were not sure which one found out. According to Mr. Cruz, he waited for the guard to be distracted before he broke free of his restraints and kicked the guard into a vestibule, where two other guards were stationed. He then blocked their machine guns. Of course, block! And took cover by riding a jet ski into another vestibule and defeating them with explosions! According to Mr. Cruz, this sort of thing happens a lot, so he was prepared for it. The world is glad to have him back. To full stops.
Crime Watch by Palin Falgreen. Recent gang activity has resulted in an increased police presence in Krendor and Grumman.
Oh shit, it was Kringle. Never mind.
However, there have been a number of strange occurrences and assaults in the Gap, which seems to not be getting attention from the boys in blue. What's the Gap?
Chief, break everything and strikes again. By Eric Rosarios. The skinny, less awesome Chief Break Everything has struck a series of convenience stores across the city, taking black paper towels and lighter fluid, along with a handful of whatever was in the register. Witnesses reported he seemed like a native Indian man, bitter because there is no DNC voter fraud. Police spokesman claimed the police were setting a trap for him where a number of native relics will be used as bait to trap him.
Local football team defeat other local football team. Carla Fuckerknuckle. The Wildcats went on the field featuring several girls and were getting crushed by the Wildcats.
No, you read that right.
Even without their star receiver, Lexian Masterton, it looked like the Wildcats were going to walk into the state competition. However, a stirring speech delivered at half-time, combined with some highly distracting cheerleading, seemed to have motivated the Wildcats into a desperate comeback, resulting in a single-point field goal win for the students of the doomed school for dumbs. State Comptroller Atkins said that he would personally launch an investigation into cheating by this embattled school, even though both teams had drug tests before, during, and after the game. During as well?
Yep.
And then after...
Yep.
Damn!
Well, halftime they can test you. That's still technically during the game, I believe. Escapism Now by Jessica Prentice. In 1985 Maine, lighthouse keeper Thomas Hallock Timuera Morrison rescues at Atlanta a woman, the queen of the underwater kingdom of Atlantis, during a storm. They fall in love and have a son named Mike, who has the power to wrestle while wearing a few dozen pounds of carpet shaped into a bull's head. When Atlantean soldiers are sent to retrieve Atlanta, who fled her arranged marriage in Atlanta, she is forced to abandon her family, entrusting her advisor, Jim Cornette, to manage Mike. In the present day, Mike confronts pirates hijacking a Russian Akula-class submarine. Their leader, Jesse Kane, is killed in a failed attempt to kill Mike, and his son David vows revenge. Ulmerius, king of Atlantis, and Mike's half-brother attempts to convince King Nereus, is that pronounced, of Zabel, to help. Oh Jesus, do you hear this shit? It reads like a Harry Potter book. Look, Minotaur moves at people and explosions happen. He meets a lying manipulative whore and then she gets her own movie after ruining another man's life. Fuck her. Fuck that movie. Watch this one. It'll hold your jaw slack for a bit. Don't look deeply into it. It's only good in comparison to the other DCU movies. It's got a wrestler in it. How good is it really going to be? Fuck, wake up, people. You could be watching Die Hard, or oh boy, not the remake. You could literally watch anything that is entertaining and good. But no, keep going to watch these DC crap fests like a good little consumer NPCs. You deserve the lack of creativity in Hollywood now. You foster it, you enable it. This is why your video games run fun cash pumps. Because you don't know how to say, no, enough is enough. Make something good for once, you evil robots. This is what you get. Enjoy your cut. Chew, swallow, repeat. And then there's the
It's Aquaman Tour.
Aquaman Tour.
He's not from around here.
He's not from around here.
That's the small blurry version. There's a large version in the hall. Just go see it when you go to the camp next.
I will. The Light Brigade pushes in line rudely by Max Cruelty. The Googleplex Theatre has room for all, they proudly say, but the Light Brigade didn't think they needed to wait in line, pushing rudely to the front, saying such things as, "Excuse me, coming through, we are the Light Brigade for reals, get out of our way or we'll kill you." With a Z. Several patrons were shoved and jostled by the superheroes. What has happened to the once wonderful Light Brigade, and when will the players of them come around for an extra session to fix this? This kind of villainy carries on. Someone will have to do something, but who can stand up to them? Apparently no one, not even the chattiest of chads. In retaliation, football and detective activities may be banned.
That's specific. What's that very light grey text?
There's nothing there, don't read it.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. There is no light grey text. I certainly don't see any.
Okay then.
You're trying to read it surreptitiously, aren't you? My problem is I know he's got Kiroshi 3s with 8 times zoom. You do, don't you? You do, don't you? Like in your game,
No.
you plump for the good optics.
No.
Oh fuck, you fucking should.
Not
the
yet.
things, the things you see with 3s. Holy shit. Like the additional extra butt zooms you can get.
Extra buttons.
Oh, you don't know, Ken. It's my whole life.
How many hilarious visual bugs have you had yet?
I've had all of the hilarious bugs. Anyway,
I'm torn between wanting to play it when it's fixed or wanting to experience how buggy it is.
Well,
anyway, yeah. So Soviet wakes up. Good morning, Coldra. It looks like it's going to be an incredibly lovely, warm day. Temperatures are set to get over 75 degrees. First one, then the other. And unfortunately, the weather says you might as well make use of this because it's gonna get cold for the weekend. So enjoy the heat while you can. In the traffic report, those of you who are hoping to impress their boss by getting early to work might want to avoid the entire Kingston residential and commercial district. And if you happen to work in there and you were still hoping to score some of those brownie points, then good luck tomorrow, you stupid fuck.
and then actually turn it off properly because otherwise it comes back on in 5 minutes. Change or shower change.
Change!
How you doing, my house?
Hello.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Not too bad. I've been meaning to catch up. We need to catch up. We haven't, like, tennis or done anything like that for a long time.
Oh! Well, probably won't want to bunk off work to do it. Maybe the
I really
weekend?
shouldn't. Yeah, maybe the weekend.
Hey. We can play tennis, we can have a picnic in the traffic islands,
That sounds nice.
and then we can go hunt down mutants and beat them up for their lunch money. That last one's a joke.
I
Don't
hope
beat
so.
up mutants for their lunch money. Come on, they'll kill you.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm better than okay. I feel great today.
Oh, by the way, there's something for you in the cabinet over there.
Oh, is it a secret?
No, you can go and open it up and find it and then brew and drink it.
Bubble, boil. Come on!
Yeah, I know, everything seems slow to you.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're impatient.
Can you forgive me? I mean,
Or-
it's such a limited amount of time I have to see you before you go to work, and then you're in your America place, living your America life.
Yeah.
Huh? Unless you're going modelling today, in which case that's even more American.
No, I haven't.
Look at all the
done any-
opportunities you have that you wouldn't in Russia.
Look, I'm already starting to acknowledge this.
I bought you a present, I have to admit. Let me go get it. Let me go get
Oh,
it.
that's so sweet. That message.
Sorry, it's a little burnt. Here! It's hat-shaped.
Open.
It's a hat. A cowboy hat.
Wow, look at that.
Huh?
It's like yours.
Nah, mine's a little smaller.
Yeah, but I suppose you want me to try it on. There we go. Howdy, y'all. Pew pew. Gotta get them engines.
No, that's just racist.
Hey, you're right. I probably should. We'll circle the wagons.
Can't you put the wagons in a circle?
Anyway, I'll get out of your hair before you have to go to work.
Yeah.
Thanks for the coffee.
Thanks for the hat. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe.
Forgot my coffee.
I'm surprised she hasn't given you a new record.
Suffice it to say, she always like runs off when you're slightly turned away, so you never see it happen.
Just messes up my hair.
No, I was gonna get messed up as soon as you went down on someone anyway.
Hey!
I mean, you could do it in the hay if you want.
It's in stereo. Oh, speakers are just slightly out.
Get ready. We'll feed fish and get ready for work. And head to work. Oh, who is that?
Just open the damn door.
Hi.
Push.
How can I help?
What do I have to do to keep your mouth shut?
About the movie?
Shut up. What do I gotta do?
Well, are you threatening me?
It could be. That's up to you.
Why do you want to keep it a secret?
If people found out that I had engaged in a frippery, it would destroy my reputation even further than it's already been destroyed.
I don't know your reputation had been destroyed.
Well, that's your fault.
What? Why? What did I do?
You know your crimes. Now, what are your terms?
I don't. You just have to ask nicely.
Okay, so what do you want?
No, I mean, just ask me nicely not to tell anybody and I won't.
Is there not some task or service I could perform?
I mean, potentially. I'd have to talk to some friends of mine. We do have... There's this... Have you heard of the Black Rose Syndicate?
Yes, of course I have.
They're making a move in Cold Rocks.
Oh, it's a nice city you used to have here. Best
Yeah,
of luck to you.
we have an opportunity to take them down by infiltrating or sneaking into a meeting that's going down tonight.
Sneaking into a Black Rose meeting. You'd need some form of ninja or highly trained SAS operative.
Yeah, like you.
And in return, you will not humiliate me. That's the deal we make, right?
I will not mention your movie again. But we're the only ones here.
No, we're not.
What do you mean?
Bang! Vent cover, camera.
What's that doing? Why didn't you get rid of it
I
earlier?
thought you knew.
Why would I?
It's in your room. Oh, of course. A woman who can't break a chair doesn't know anything about sweeping her vent. I will also take care of this problem, and your mind will forget.
Yes.
Very well. Going to regret this.
Maybe.
Right, go to work. I have work to do.
Okay, I finish at 5, so I'll be back after that. Okay, bye. Thank you.
Mika-chan's gonna be pissed.
Especially it's being done while he's out of town too.
Sander's at work, so be it, and I don't know where you are.
Or battening down the hatches at the volunteering place.
We want to not die of starvation. That's tough shit. We can't give you fuck. What do we want? Actual food. But realistically speaking, what do we expect to get? Government fund. When do we want it? Like 2 days ago. What do we want? Back the fuck off. When you gonna do it now?
You might want to do it. She'll shoot.
Thank God you're here, Wumpy.
No problem. Got a spare Uzi?
It's that guy who fixed all the problems. He'll fix the problems again, as we have come to expect.
Oh god.
Faithfulness, hope. Dying of hunger, gaunt cheeks.
I will go straight to City Hall and try to sort something out.
Hey, don't worry, everyone! There'll be food in a few hours! Yay! Native Americans don't suck as much as previously thought!
Yay!
Maybe a rob convenience stores to get the food. We can only hope.